Hello everyone, welcome back to Nick's Plot, and this is episode 2, The Tale of Two Greenhouses. Yep, hello everyone. As you can see, I'm sat on the floor of my shed. I think I need to get, one of my priorities is going to be to get some chairs to sit on while I'm doing some filming. But today, for episode 2, I wanted to tell you a little tale about how I've come about having two greenhouses. So about a week and a half, 2 weeks ago, I got word over the weekend that a certain DIY chain was getting rid of their greenhouses and going to mail order only, so getting rid of all the stock they had in store. That was at the weekend. I couldn't get down there because of work, so on the Monday thought I'd chance it, see if there was any left, but expecting that they'd all gone. So I got there on the Monday, I had the kids with me, walked in, didn't pick up a trolley because I wasn't expecting there to be anything left, and lo and behold there was one left on the shelf. So after running around like a madman in the store trying to find a trolley to get the box, got back and it was still there. So quickly grabbed the last remaining aluminium framed greenhouse, and this is ridiculous, it's like 80% off. So I'm trying to get hold of it before anyone else gets there, expecting that someone's going to turn up and take it before I get back. So I grab it, put it on the trolley, realise I need to get some glass for it. So the packs of glass were reduced as well. Thought I had what I needed, loaded it onto the trolley, went and paid for it, got it back to the car. As I was loading it into the car, realised there was one pack of glass. They do separate numbered packs of glass. There was one pack that I hadn't picked up. So I ran back into the store, and whilst picking up the other pack of glass, I noticed they had the plastic greenhouses, aluminium framed plastic greenhouses, massively reduced as well. So I got my pack of glass, and overnight the only thing I could think about was maybe a plastic greenhouse would be safer than a glass one down on the allotment. So I couldn't really pass it up at that price, so I went back the next day, picked up a second one with the intention that the original glass one, I'd put the plastic one up and sell the glass one. However, getting up to the allotment, I measured up and realised that I could fit both greenhouses in the space. And it seemed a shame to get rid of one of the greenhouses, considering the price I paid for it. I don't think I'll ever get a greenhouse for that sort of price again. So that's not the most interesting story in the world, but that's how I've come to have two greenhouses. The glass one's going to go up first, and I'll do a little tour at the moment and show you how that's getting on. And the plastic one is going to go up second. Unfortunately, it's not the twin walled plastic, but it's just the single. But we'll see. I intend to do a little experiment and put the same seeds in glass and plastic and see what results we get, if they get different results from both greenhouses. So let's have a little look round and see how we're getting on the allotment. You just see, we'll start off in the shed, which I've tidied up a little bit, and then put loads more stuff in. There, that orange box is the greenhouse, or the frame of the greenhouse with the base waiting to go up, and I'll show you where that's going in a minute. The white box there is, I walked into a local store and picked that up. It's a 2 by 2.5 metre polytunnel, one of the cheap ones, but it was reduced from 50 quid down to £10. So I've picked that up. I don't intend to use it as a polytunnel because obviously I've got the big one. What I'm going to do is not use the cover. I'm going to buy some netting and use it as a sort of walk-in fruit tunnel type thing, if you understand what I mean. Right, let's have a look around here. As you can see, the big wooden greenhouse is gone. All the wood, or most of the wood, is gone. I've got a little pile left there, and this, I've done a concrete collar for the greenhouse. I've got some bricks. I'm going to build that up in a second and hopefully sit the base on top. So I bought the greenhouse is 6 by 4, so I originally put in a concrete collar thinking that a 6 by 4 greenhouse will go on there. It wasn't until I got home, looked at the box after I'd done the collar, that I realised the actual base is 6'4" by 4'4". So when I come back, I couldn't fit that in, so I've had to extend the concrete collar. Just a bit of extra work. So today the plan is to put some bricks down, get one level, maybe two, depending on how it goes, but and then get the base on top. Looking further down, I've made a decision. There's the bricks waiting to go on there. This was originally, as you saw in the first video, this was originally the fruit area, but the allotment kind of, as you get down to the end of the allotment, it gets thinner. And I thought this would be prime ground for growing my veg on. There's more room here, so I'm probably going to end up growing more veg than fruit. So that tunnel is going to go down the end there. Hopefully, if we get a chance to put it up today or tomorrow, we'll do that. And all the fruit is going to be moving to the end. And this bit here, I'm going to remove these beds, take up the fabric that I put down last year, which hasn't really worked because there's bindweed under that. So we're going to move all that down to the bottom and have a smaller fruit section but a larger vegetable section. Nothing's happened with the polytunnel. I've found some plastic, some actual polytunnel plastic that I'm going to replace all this with. It's just a case of getting everything else done or other stuff done first before we get onto that, because that's going to be quite a job taking all of that off. It's dug in as well, so I might just cut it out and then I need to tidy up in there and dig it up. So that's it for now. I'm going to get on with some work, and hopefully in the next episode you'll see the results of that work. Hello everyone, it's the next day now. We got a lot done yesterday. Before we start today, I thought I'd give you a quick tour, show you what we've done, and get you a bit up to date. So let's have a little look. As I say, we've got a lot done. I'm feeling it a bit today, so I might be a bit slower getting everything done today. Put some of the black weave fabric down. This is going to be the new fruit area. It's moving from the top. Just a quick look up here. We dug another area over. Look at the amount of roots in there. That absolutely killed me yesterday digging that over. One thing I'd like to know with this, I haven't seen any bindweed around here. So this couch grass. The amount of roots that are there, it looked the same as that bit there, but yeah, hopefully we can get rid of most of that. I did take a wheelbarrow load of roots down to the compost heap yesterday. There's obviously still loads left there, and as we go up, we'll see. This might slow me down a bit today. I've got little Joey with me. Here he is. And this is mainly what we did yesterday. If you're a bricklayer, look away now, because this isn't the neatest thing in the world. But, do you know what? It does its job. It does exactly what I built it for. This is the base of the greenhouse. And where that concrete collar was, I've put one row of bricks and then concreted the base, or cemented, shall I say, the base straight on top of the bricks. So it's pretty secure. Yeah, that's not going anywhere. It's secure, it's square. Today I'm going to have a cup of coffee and then start putting the frame of the greenhouse up. So hopefully the next thing you see will be a time lapse, if I can get the time lapse camera to work. It'll be a time lapse of us putting the frame up, or should I say me putting the frame up and trying to keep Joey happy. But stay tuned. So that's it, it's up. Well, the frame's up anyway. The glass isn't in because that's at home, so that's going to have to wait till next week. So just do a quick update before I go home. Unfortunately I'm working all over the weekend, so it's going to have to wait till next week to finish off. But fairly straightforward to put together. Instructions at some points were ridiculously complicated to follow, so I gave up a couple of points and just got it up. I had to employ Joseph to hold it up, or hold one of the sides up for me. Hopefully you saw that on the time lapse, and he held it up there and managed to get it up, and I just literally threw it together. So yeah, nothing too complicated, just nuts and bolts. One thing is, you're supposed to get clips. If we have a look down here, you're supposed to get clips that hold the frame to the base, and I couldn't find them anywhere. So for the moment, obviously once the glass is in, it's going to be quite heavy, so it shouldn't move. For the moment, I've just tied up some rigging just to hold it, just in case it gets a bit windy over the weekend. I might bring my drill down here next week and just drill a couple of holes through the base and just secure it that way. Just see, not really sure at the moment exactly how far the glass sits out, but that's it for today. We're going to go home. I'm going to work for the weekend and come back next week. So that'll be it for episode 2, and come back ready for episode 3. So for the time being, thank you very much for watching and take care. I haven't quite gone home yet. I was just sitting here thinking, I want to ask you guys a question, so please leave me some comments. This base here for the glass greenhouse is obviously quite substantial. The idea being that it's going to be quite heavy, certainly there's something to sit on. Now, I'm not sure whether I need to do the same sort of base for the plastic greenhouse, although it's aluminium frame, it's got the plastic instead of glass. Do I need to do the same sort of base for that greenhouse, or can I get away with doing something a bit different? I'm not quite sure what yet, but if you've got any ideas, let me know. If you've got any videos on putting one of these up yourself, the plastic ones, then please stick a link in the comments box and I'll go and have a look. But thank you. Let's film this. 3, 2